Come along for a hike of one of the most beautiful trails in Oklahoma. I visit an abandoned silver mine and catch up with some old friends along the way on this hike of the Narrows Trail. Hello there, and welcome to day 2 of the Oklahoma Hikers' big Wichita Mountains adventure. Today I am doing the Narrows Trail, which takes me through a very scenic, creek valley. It runs right next to, Eagle Mountain, which has an elevation of 1,759 feet. I hear it's one of the prettiest places in the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge, so I'm very excited to check it out. There may also be another stop at a lesser-known place along the riverbed here, which is Pennington Mine. I'm not sure I'm going to find it, but I'm certainly going to have a look. Come along! Before you get to the trailhead, you do get a great view of Eagle Mountain over there. Pretty. Looks like we're off this direction. I see a trail. I have to check this out. It is a cabin built by Armsby and Winifred Lawrence, built back in 1912, so that they could enjoy the beauty of the Wichitas with their 2 sons. So let's have a look. A nice porch. I have a feeling these picnic tables are new. Let's see inside. Oh, cute. I have a fireplace and a nice, one-room thing here. Quaint, but a beautiful view. And they've got Eagle Mountain out there. Anyway, it looks like there's a second story, but there's no access. So, on to the trail, which appears to be just to the right of the cabin. Remember, folks, you're not going to have cell service out here, so download your maps first. I don't know if you can hear the voices in the background. Probably not. But they got out here and they're like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have any idea where you're going? We didn't download our maps." So, sucks to be them. Anyway, I did share the trail information with them and made sure that somebody in their party at least took a picture of the map. So hopefully they are good. But boy, it's just been gorgeous so far. Not marked at all, so do have those maps ready to go. This is sort of a choose-your-own adventure because of the honeycomb of trails back here, but the general idea is that you want to follow the creek out to the confluence of the other creek. Of course, I don't know the names, but I can put them in. Climbing and climbing. The Narrows got very narrow up there, so to avoid a swim, the route takes you up the side. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oof, that's gorgeous. All right, we've got a bit of a descent here. After the nice overlooks there. The trail does dip back down towards the creeks, or the creek at this point. Now, my one question is this going to dump me off into a place I'm going to have to wade? I'm not sure. But if that happens, I will just see if there's another way around. Well, we just keep getting lower and lower and closer to this water. It is really beautiful. Look at that. And the trail, as you have seen, is just sort of hopping all of these boulders. So keep that in mind when you're planning this trip. That was certainly an incredible section of the trail. Man, the views are just insane. Now, the narrows are not so narrow now, which I think means that I'm kind of to the end of the narrows and heading toward the confluence of these two creeks. And whenever I do get there, hopefully not tripping like I just did there, I'm going to turn right and see if I can find Pennington Mine. I have reached the confluence, so this is where I turn right. Behind me, you can see where I've come from, which is the Narrows. And then back this way, we have where the other creek comes in. And there it is, and it flows back in this direction. So that is where I am headed. At about a mile and a half in, I did go ahead and cross to the other side of West Cache Creek, which is the name. I did look it up. It looked like, you probably can't tell over here, but it looked like the wall there got pretty steep right next to the river. And that means I'm going to have to do a giant ascent to the top of it just to drop back down. So I decided to just stay low across the creek. This side does not have such a wall. So keep your eyes open for those. Sometimes they will tell you what the route is. Since there is no like official route back here, you are just following the creek bed. Y'all, I've been searching for about an hour for this mine, and the map actually puts it over here on All Trails, which is, I think, the south side of West Cache Creek. I was reading my book. It's actually on the north side, which is a little more forbidding in terms of terrain. So I've been scoping it out, like I say, for about an hour, and you can't see it, but it's right behind me. I found it. Woohoo! Let's see it. here. Yes, indeed, it is closed because of the white nose syndrome the bats are going through. I am going to carefully maneuver back here. Well, I found the mine. I had an incredible encounter with a snake. I have refueled with some snacks and some water, and I think it's time to go back now. Let's head back. See it from another angle, and the sun is trying to come out, so maybe we'll get some new looks this time. All right, so a little help finding the mine. Once you get to this rock, and I am facing towards the direction of the mine, you are about maybe 300 yards away from it, the mine. It is right against that mound there. Now, I know that's not super specific, but it is maybe 50 feet off of the creek, and a little bit higher than, of course, the creek level there. So I would say your best bet is to go to where the wall, or like the ledge of rocks, meets the gentle slope of the land right by the river. So that is a bit of a hint to where the thing is. Again, I used the Wichita Mountains hiking book that I mentioned yesterday, or in the last video, which I'll show you again for this video. Back to the place where, what is this? This is West Cache Creek, meets Panther Creek, and actually, there is where Panther Creek flows, and between those two ridges is where West Cache Creek flows. So, I'm going to turn left here and make sure that I follow that back after some rocky pathfinding. It is time to head up the incline up to that big view we had earlier in the trail. We are leaving the immediate area of the creek for now. And down from the vista, back down to the river. literally back to the walk in the park. It is easy peasy from here. So, gorgeous trail. I'm really looking forward to getting back to the truck so that I can have a cold drink and give you the full report. But boy, so much to see on this one. Hey, I know what that means. It means I'm done. Ow, ow. All right, let's get this pack off. Well, a shower and an outfit change later, and Paul is refreshed enough to leave some thoughts on this Narrows trail. It is gorgeous. Definitely my favorite trail that I've ever done out here at the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge. I haven't seen anything like that in Oklahoma. I mean, that is just unique. I think that other than just being beautiful, it is challenging without being overly challenging. There is lots of boulder hopping and rock hopping, and some of it's kind of wet. I never had to get my feet wet, so that is good. But if it were raining a little harder, of course, I probably wouldn't do this trail at all because it's the Narrows and it would tend to fill up pretty quickly. But even if it had rained recently and the water was a little higher, I might think twice about this one. Thankfully, it wasn't quite as sunny as the ones have been lately. So the shade was definitely a perk. Now, once I got to the end of, the end of the Narrows, where West Cache Creek and Panther Creek meet, and then I turned toward the Pennington mine. The scenery gets a bit less dramatic there, but still, it's rather pretty. The mine itself was very cool. I was so happy to find it, and so happy not to step on any snakes on my way because it just felt like a snaky area. But other than the hognose, I really didn't see that much. So, the mine, you're not going to get very far in because of the protection that they're giving the bats from the white nose syndrome. But you do get just far enough in to kind of get a taste for it. And if you've got a flashlight, you shine it back there. It's super creepy and I love it. Anyway, I am going to get back to camp so that I can recharge for the next hike of today, which is going to be Crab Eyes, and I can't wait to take you along on that one. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I hope that you will find yourself out on the trail soon. Bye-bye. Ready for more Wichita Mountain adventures? Try the Elk Mountain Trail for some great vistas. For something a little more challenging, check out the Sharon's Garden Trail. Or for more desert hikes, explore the options at Palo Duro Canyon State Park.